My size is the least interesting thing about. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana. I'm so happy to have you here. Where should I start? My greatest fear has come true. Wow. I'm being dramatic for no reason at all, at least in my opinion. So the worst thing, someone on the internet called me fat. I dropped a tear. Did you see that? I cried because I cared so much. My makeup journey started from a place of insecurity. My skin was terrible. I had terrible skin and it was my greatest insecurity. I know your appearance should be the least interesting thing about you, but at 18, 19, that's not what you're thinking about. What you're thinking about is, why do I look the way I look? I was a teenager. I had acne. That's not mind-blowing. That's not a unique experience. Most teenagers have acne, but I felt like I was so alone, right? So obviously the one thing that was on my mind was, how do I get rid of this acne? How do I make my skin smooth? And I'm happy to report, if I do say so myself, that we got it down, babe. We got the skin down pat. But when I embarked onto this content creator journey, the number one thing on my mind, and I hate to admit this, but the number one thing on my mind was, are people not going to listen to me because I'm fat? My size is the least interesting thing about. I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm kind, I have a good heart, I'm good at makeup, if I do say so myself, and I'm a beautiful human being, inside and outside, okay? But my biggest fear was, will people judge me for how I look and then not want to listen to what I have to say? Because no matter what someone looks like, no matter what their size is, they always have something to say, and I think everyone needs to be listened to, okay? That's just the human thing to do. But the thing about me is, I know who I am, I know where I want to be, and I know what I need to do to get there. Someone who will just find this video and think, well, yeah, duh, babe, you are fat, you know, they did not lie. I'm not saying I'm not fat. I'm very self-aware. I'm one of the most self-aware people that I know, okay? Maybe I'm tooting my own horn, but it is what it is. I'm aware that I'm in a bigger body and it's not the healthiest that I can be. But you're talking to someone who dropped 40 pounds in 2025. 40 pounds. And I'm so damn proud of that, because that was not an easy task. And the fact that I could drop 40 pounds, I can drop even more. The thing is, I can lose weight. But if you have a trashy personality, the kind that calls people out on their appearance on the internet, there's not much you can do about that. I can lose the weight, but what can you do about your personality? I don't think there's anything you can do, unless now they're doing personality transformations, just like how you can get a BBL or you can get a facelift, and I fully doubt that. We can't really compete, right? I can work on mine, but can you work on yours? I don't think so. This channel is a story of how I'm turning my greatest fears into my greatest strengths. I want to be the example that someone can look at and be like, if Juliana could do it, why can't I? If Juliana could lose 40 pounds in 2025, why can't I do the same thing in 2026? If Juliana can learn how to be confident, how to love herself, how to articulate herself, how to make sure that she's not silenced or made to feel smaller because of the body that she's living in right now, why should you make your greatest fear the thing that works for you the most? Shut those people up. Shut those people up, and you're going to love yourself even more for it. Trust me. This channel is going to be a testament, and it's going to be proof that I can do the things that I need to do, and I am going to do them. And I'm going to look in those people's faces and be like, and who's going to stop me? Imagine a fat girl is better than you. How does that feel? This far along in this journey of me becoming a content creator, of me teaching my body how to be healthy, teaching my body that it's no longer just surviving, it now gets to actually live, okay? Because my body was there for me when I had to cope with the things that I had to cope with. It did what it did so that I could get through that. Now that I'm through that, it gets to enjoy itself. It gets to be appreciated for shielding me when it did. And I love it for that. I love myself incredibly. That's why I work hard on myself, and that's why I'm going to continue working hard. And I hope you guys can come with me on this journey, because it's going to be a tough one, but I think that by the time 2026 comes to an end, we are going to be beautiful, powerful, confident women, and the world is not even ready for it. If you're with me, please leave a comment, let me know, like this video. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I thought, you know, I'm putting out good vibes into the universe, so that's good. Don't forget to subscribe, because you need to follow along. You need to follow along with me. Let's do this together. I don't want to do it by myself. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. I'll see you in my next video.